chasing the bear.
Michael Barasch is on. Barasch and McGarry, our favorite lawyer.
Play
And we have
ball.
on Chris from WNY Heroes. It's going to be a good show.
Load up the bases
really
and strike it right over the wall. Play ball.
Live. In a hotel room because they told me leave my family, just get away for a little while. It's enough. So I got Ellen Karis. I think you're in Manhattan, right?
Yes, I am in my
bedroom.
In my bedroom.
In her bedroom. So we're both kind of in bedrooms. So that's interesting. A very, very sexy show. We have. So, and we're producing this show from Paradise Studios on Strong Island Television at a beautiful Massapequa, New York, right by the Long Island Railroad. There's a pizzeria on the corner with a Chinese restaurant right there. It's beautiful. And, so I am teaching because I'm very smart, Ellen. Did you know that I'm smart?
I know. Of course, you know. You've had like 50 careers already. You're a genius. You're a savant. I believe.
I am not a genius, but here's where your comedy comes in very handy. I'm teaching guys at customs, right? Our customs people at the port here in Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Uh-huh.
They have a tough job, I don't think people realize what Customs and Border Patrol, which I teach them also this meter, understand what they do. And I always thank them, and I tell them, I always brag about you guys. It's a tough job, But when I teach the class, we laugh. I'm myself. I'm not up there saying, listen, I know everything. I'm the smartest guy going. I'm like, listen, I'm a fireman. I'm here to make money for my family. I want to teach you guys some stuff. If I don't know something, I say, I don't know, and that's the best thing to do, especially with cops, firemen. You BS them once, you're in trouble.
Well, you have to have generally good instincts to do any of that type of work. That is in your face, nitty gritty, with the people on the street kind of work. And if you don't have good instincts, you won't survive. So
I don't have instincts. I have stinks. So we laugh in class. I entertain these guys because cops, firemen, military, they're not meant to sit in seats. That's not what they do well.
Right.
So if you're entertaining them, making them laugh, what are they doing? They're paying attention. What is this guy going to say next? This is fun, right? And all of a sudden, zingo, you throw something in there they have to learn. Zingo, you throw something else in. And by the end of the class, they go, wow, that was fun. And I learned something. So, and I always tell them, I lost 19 members of my firehouse on 9/11, 11 members of hazmat, very, very smart guys. Before 9/11, nobody ever came to John Larocchia to ask him anything in the company. All these guys were smarter than me. Then after 9/11, we got all these new guys, and guys would turn around and go, hey, John, how do you do this? And I'm like, oh, my God, I'm the guy now, But thank God I had such great – Butchie's telling me to take off my sleep mask. Why? I'm getting ready for bed. It was a long day, Butchie. I thought it would be cute to wear my mask. So, I had the best trainers in the world. These guys were awesome. So for me, 20 years later – to be imparting some of the knowledge they gave to me is so cool. It is so cool to me to be able to do that,
I think it's really interesting how you parlayed becoming a fireman. And I had you on my podcast last year. You came to the comic strip, and yes. I asked you about your journey. I didn't know, how it all came about, and I found it so interesting. First of all, you told me you were going to be an accountant. That was your original.
Well, you know what that was, Ellen? That was my parents wanting me to be better than they were. My mom never went to college, so somehow my dad got in his mind, oh, they need accountants. Become an
No,
accountant.
no, but well, two things. One, your parents had a luncheonette, right?
They had a luncheonette
They
in
had a
Middleborough.
luncheonette.
Yeah.
So, right. So, and I'm Greek, you're Italian. So we all come, our roots are all from the restaurant business somewhere along the line. So
Yeah.
my grandparents had a restaurant on my father's side. So my grandfather wanted all of his sons not to go into the restaurant business and to be professionals, and they wound up being lawyers and teachers and whatnot. But so I'm like the next generation. But what I was going to say was, so I started my career as an accountant. So I found it fascinating that you said that you were starting your career as an accountant, and how the whole thing about being a fireman was like the last thing that you would have thought that you were going.
It wasn't something. Wait, hold the screen. I need some hair gel. Hold on.
Excuse us, John's going to get styled. So
you have to see the sink in this hotel. It has one of those like sinks that are. I'm going to show you. Can I show you?
Yeah, sure.
This room is too fancy. It's a suite. I got the living room, right? All this, and I got one of these things. Can you see this thing, Dylan? It's that
yes.
sink, like above this.
Yes, the sink.
Well, the bathtub didn't drain. It's full. All right. Bathtub is still filled with water from my shower.
Is it a Four Seasons or is it a Holiday Inn? Where are you exactly?
Well, listen, I am staying top of the line. I am in an Embassy Suites.
Embassy Suites, okay.
Very different traveling now than pre-COVID, though. Obviously,
right.
I ordered my breakfast ahead of time. I can't sit down there in the lobby. Maybe you can sit, and then you go to the lobby. And they throw it to you, right? You have like an egg sandwich. They throw it to you, and then you catch it and go back to your room and eat it. So
really, I haven't done anything like that, since COVID. So I have no idea. But you know what? Florida is very loosey goosey. So maybe it's I don't know. I just feel like up here we're like living a different life.
Yeah, me, I don't get political, especially on the show. But Florida and Texas have been loosey-goosey through this whole thing. I was talking to comics out there like, oh, yeah, we did a show, packed house. And I'm like, holy crap,
Well, I know. And I thought it was interesting because it happened today. They had the statistics of Florida, which was loose, and California, which was very stringent.
I saw that.
In terms of the percentages, there really was not much difference.
Interesting.
So I thought that, yes, fascinating. So anyway, but we won't go there. So I want to just get back to you for a second. So we talked about you becoming a fireman, which I thought was really interesting. But your whole life, John, like your wife, who's your your other half, she's a nurse. Your daughter became a nurse. Like your whole family you're very into caretaking. That's.
And I have to say, I'm very
like a servant.
Yes, I'm very proud of my little one who's studying environmental sciences at Binghamton, and she wants to save the planet. She's really into this. And it's educated me, from straws to whatever. Every once in a while, I'll go to the store and I'll forget my bags. And she'll say, Dad, So now if I don't bring my bags, I'm throwing stuff into the cart and throwing into the back of my car. Because if I come home with another, paper bag, she'll kill me.
Okay, but can we get to like a happy medium with that? So I live in the city. Okay, I live in Manhattan. Sometimes groceries happen along the way, and you don't because we're not in the car, so you can stick as many plastic bags in the car. I can't carry a bunch of bags in my little purse or whatever. So I think that everybody needs to calm down a little bit, and we need to sort of understand that we all don't live the same way. I'm not putting your daughter down and what she's doing.
No.
But like some of this stuff is like, okay.
It's a lot for us.
It is.
I've had it. It's a lot. What's big in Queens and Brooklyn? I don't think Staten Island, because they're a little more spread out, is the shopping cart. The personal shopping cart. Do you know what I'm talking about? Every home in Queens has a shopping cart in the lobby of your house, in the hall. And you open it up and you go up the avenue to shop and you put your bags in the cart because there's no place to park on the avenue where I grew up, Middle Village. So you bring your cart. It's two wheels, right, with a stand, and you roll it down there. And that's what everybody had growing up. And what's interesting, full circle now, is my daughter has moved into my dad's house in Middle Village, Queens. And now she's like, Dad, we went shopping up the avenue. We had to carry the bags. So you got to get a shopping cart. Got to get a shopping cart, Dolly.
Listen, I'm not aging well as it is. So if I got to push a shopping cart, that's going to just completely push me over the edge.
You are in incredible shape. You know, I try to work out to look good and keep up with my grandson, but you are wonderful. And not to put you on the spot, but you had a picture, I think it was last year, in that bathing suit on the beach. You look like a bathing beauty. A bathing beauty. I actually gave it a double take because I looked at it and said, oh, what a hot, I didn't know it was your picture initially. I think I told you this, right? And I gave it one of these. Oh, what a hot girl. What a nice girl. That's Ellen. Not that I didn't think you're attractive to begin with, but I'm saying.
This is the thing. I have, so we go to Hilton Head almost every year, and I have one day a year where I look really good. And that is the day that I take that photo. That's what it is.
I don't have that day.
Or August 14th is usually the day the day before the Virgin Mary passed is that the day. So
I had COVID test 1 last week. And what was really interesting is I got up in the middle of the night, I fell asleep on the couch, and I go to get in my bedroom and I'm like, whoa, what was that? You know, and I didn't put 2 and 2 together until the next morning. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to go to commercial. 1 minute until commercial. Wrap, please. I shouldn't be reading these notes. That's not what a professional does. I'm reading the comments from the producer saying, take off your mask. I thought I looked so cute with this, Ellen.
It's a look. It's a look.
I went down last night. Here's what happened to me in the hotel. I locked my key in my room.
Oh God, I hate when that happens.
But I had no mask.
Everybody's. Oh my God.
So now I go into the elevator. There's nobody there. I get out of the elevator. I'm looking in the lobby, staying away from people. And I go up to the front desk and I go, they have to have a mask. That people come in without a mask. Hey, I go like this. Hey, you got an extra mask back there? No. So now I'm like, room 426, I need a key. Now. Hurry up now. Like, because you panic now, you know?
It's fine. It's fine.
I know.
In fact, it's fine. It's fine. I think you
can
always go like this. I mean, right?
I know, but I don't want to upset people, and you know. And what was worse is I had no pants on. That was even worse.
Oh, well, that's, you know, I mean.
I had the SpongeBob's on and going down to the lobby. Let's break for commercial. We're going to bring in our favorite lawyer, Michael Barasch.
Very.
Hi, I'm Michael Barasch, managing partner of Barasch, McGarry, Salzman & Penson. We are honored to represent over 11,000 people in the 9/11 community. The people who work at my law firm can really relate to what the 9/11 community is going through because they're going through it too.
So my dad's name was Billy Gormley, and he was a fireman on 9/11.
My father also was a firefighter, and he did report down there as well on 9/11.
My dad, Alan, worked on the 104th floor of the second tower. He was an IT technician.
My father was a fire inspector.
My husband, his name is David Velez. He was a detective with the NYPD, and if I can help anybody that is going through exactly what I have gone through for the last 17, 18 years and make their life just a little bit better, then you know what? I love coming to work every single day.
You know, this is a genuine office. Like, people are really sincere.
The best part of my job is the clients. Every once in a while you'll hear in their voice how grateful they are for the work that we do.
We take this personally, and we will not rest unless we help everybody we can before this victim compensation fund ends in 2 years. and we will be fighting to get this thing extended past 2020 because cancer isn't going to stop afflicting the 9/11 community.
We are back. Ellen's taking pictures. Me from Elizabeth, New Jersey. Ellen from Manhattan, and Michael Barasch. Where are you, my friend?
I'm on the mean streets of the Upper East Side, probably not too far from Ellen.
Oh, yes.
Where are you, Ellen?
I'm down in the 70s.
Oh, okay. I'm up in the 90s,
Oh.
but it's fine. That's great. And John, thanks so much for inviting me on. And it's really a pleasure. By the way, I hadn't seen that promo that you just showed before we went live in years, because that was filmed when I was down in Washington with Jon Stewart and John Field trying to get the Victim Compensation Fund permanently extended. Well, it's been permanently extended, so I got to get you some new material. But I'll tell you what hasn't changed is the passion of all the young kids, and I guess I'm 65, so I can call them kids, who lost parents either on 9/11 or because of the horrible 9/11 illnesses. So that's still the same. And I'll get you.
We apologize for that. You're a rock star, my friend. I mean, you've done so much for the 9/11 community. You know what I feel about you, and you've helped us. Laughter saves lives. So it's always a pleasure having you on. It's been too long.
Well, so I have to say something to you.
Yes.
I told a bunch of people in my office, and I put it out on social media that I was doing this tonight, and people said to me, "You're not funny. You can't tell a joke." And I said, "I know." My wife is always telling me this. I'm the funniest non-funny person you've ever met, because I can't tell a joke, but sometimes I just say the silliest things that other people think are funny. But this is Laughter Saves Lives, so I guess I should be somewhat amusing. But here I am on your show to talk about the 20,000 people I represent who have serious illnesses, and it's tragic. I mean, not a day goes by that one of my clients doesn't die. And COVID has just decimated the 9/11 community. Nobody really is talking about that.
Yeah.
Michael, how do you keep it together? I mean,
drugs.
Drugs.
I mean, it really
alcohol.
By the way,
I get asked. That's a great question, and I get asked that all the time. How do you get through the day when it's? By the way, I'm not exaggerating. It's every day.
Right.
Last week we lost 13 clients. The week before it was 17 clients. It's nonstop. And the only way to get through it is to know that, God, we're really helping a lot of widows, helping a lot of widowers, and that really feels good. So it's a balance act.
I don't know if you remember. I recently sent you someone that just passed away. Her husband passed away last week, I think it was, from Middle Village. I'm not going to say the name, but they were just thrilled with you. She thanked me left and right. So you make me look good. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you something, John. Thank you for that, but it's very simple. We return our phone calls. It's not a secret. I mean, I can't tell you how many calls I get from people who are represented by other attorneys who say, they never call me. They never tell me what's going on. I mean, it's the easiest thing in the world just to call someone back and say, I'm so sorry. I don't have any news for you, but I wanted to let you know that I got your message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I get some more information. People appreciate that. That's really...
But that's what being a professional is about, returning phone calls or just having that open communication. I just want to mention that I personally was down there 9/11 because I had worked at the World Financial Center. So I was on my way to work when the first plane hit. So I lost a very good friend of mine. I know it.
All right, Ellen, I'm not going to ask you any personal questions, except who did you lose your virginity to? That's personal.
John,
no question.
Sometimes I just say stuff that's so inappropriate that it's funny, but I didn't need to be funny. Well, a little bit. Anyway, so this is what I want to say to you, Ellen. I hope that you have no illnesses, that you're 100% fine. But what I am urging everybody in the 9/11 community to do, even if you are now healthy, is register now, because Now that, thank God for Jon Stewart, thank God for the firefighter and police and construction unions, I mean, and John Feel and his Feel Good Foundation, we got this bill, this free health care and the victim fund extended for 70 years. That's going to be basically all of the rest of our lives. Oh, I'll still be practicing law after that, but that's for almost everybody. And let's face it, in 30 years, Ellen, God forbid you get breast cancer or any of the other 68 cancers that have been linked, your witnesses may not be around anymore. So, the toughest thing is there were 50,000 students and teachers. And when I tell students, hey, you should register now, get your school transcript, get the affidavits that the Victim Compensation Fund requires, they look at me like I would tell a young kid, you should get life insurance.
Right.
Like,
Well,
why do I need that?
Stuyvesant High School is right there.
Yes.
I remember so vividly how after that, I mean, the smoke is billowing, and I am no scientist. I was a finance person, and I'm sitting there going, I know that all that is chemicals, like it's all light bulbs, computers, like everything.
I'm sorry, Ellen.
And they were saying how
Ellen,
it was,
I hate
it
to
was
interrupt
okay.
you.
What?
Ellen, I'm sorry to interrupt, but you obviously weren't paying attention to Christine Todd Whitman, who assured us all that everything was okay.
Yeah. Let me just say the website is scrolling below, right? www.post911attorneys.com.
You know what? Honestly, but I'm now using a much easier one. I finally got sensible. We use 911victims.org. Much easier to remember. And there's so much information about the health program. And if I can, I want to speak about the health program, John, for a second. I want to give them a shout out. They're fabulous. The doctors there, I mean, it can be frustrating like any other bureaucracy, but these doctors are used to treating World Trade Center illnesses, and it's free. So why not register? So far, look, the firefighter and the police unions have done a great job promoting the health program. Over 80% of the responders are in the program, but only 7% of the 300,000 office workers and the 50,000 students and teachers and the downtown residents, only 7% of them have enrolled so far, because I think they just don't think that it's for them. I think they believe it's just for firefighters and cops. So that's one thing I want to urge everyone to do. Register for the Victim Fund and the health program now. Get your affidavits now to protect yourself. It's kind of like a life insurance policy in case, God forbid, you ever get sick. And the last thing I wanted to say was the Victim Compensation Fund has a 2-year statute of limitations for family members who have lost a loved one. It's a strict 2-year statute of limitations. Well, the special master, after we got this fund extended for 70 years, she did a wonderful thing. She realized that so many people didn't know that they were eligible. So she extended the deadline to register until this July 29th. So if you lost a loved one in 2007 to breast cancer or to prostate cancer in 2012, it's not too late to register a claim, and you're entitled to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Just if anybody's listening to this, if you know anyone you think their loved one passed away and they never made a claim, just make sure that they know that they are entitled. As Jon Stewart would say, access what you are entitled to.
Okay. So the website you said is 911victims.org?
Wow, that was fast. You changed that. Take out the com. So it's just 911victims.org.
So here's the deal. We ran the wrong commercial and we had the wrong scroll. So that would be Butch's fault. Can I
tell you something? That's not the most offensive thing tonight. I think the most offensive thing was thinking about you wearing boxer shorts right now and with that silly eye patch above your head. I don't even want to know how kinky you are, my friend. But that's got to really. I
know. Listen. I haven't been away.
Michael's doing shtick, so we should really,
Yes, I see. He's
take my wife, please.
He's trying.
Michael, here's the beauty. Ellen and I know of following your shtick. You always want to follow a comic that is not really as strong as you, so you look better. So when you go off the screen, we're going to seem so much funnier because we had Michael Barasch on.
It won't be difficult. But thank you for having me on, John. I appreciate a chance to at least spread the word.
Oh my God! Always. Like I said, I'm sorry it's been so long. We're all crazy. We're hoping you're going to do our almost gala too. I think it's April 24th. We're doing a 4-hour telephone.
Is that going to be virtual again?
Yeah. We're gonna. We're shooting for next year going back to the Armor Tank Museum.
I think that's realistic.
Yeah, it was awesome. We did our almost gala there 4 years ago. Comics in front of tanks. It was awesome. We had Joe Piscopo, Amy Freeze, but it was so much fun to be doing comedy. And there's a tank gun right here.
That's awesome.
It was a cool night. So anything else you want to add, Michael?
No, you gave me a chance to do my little spiel there. I'll try to come up with new material next time you invite me on. Ellen, it's a pleasure. Really, thank you guys for doing what you're doing. I love supporting your work. And
we will, what was I going to say? Shoot, we're going to have you on the gala show. I don't remember what I was going to say. All right. So thank you.
Drugs.
Oh, liability. He came to the show at Gotham and not only brought his whole office, made a donation and bought every one of my shirts, I think, for all of his staff.
Oh, that's so nice.
That night. I never forgot that.
Very nice. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Michael,
bye, guys. Take care. Great show.
Sir. We will see you soon.
Be safe.
Good man. A good man. A lawyer and
very important that compensation, and my hat is off to Jon Stewart and many of the people behind him. But John really put, to me, that was really putting your celebrity to good use. Because that's not a political statement. That cuts across everything.
Right.
And I thought that was a mad respect for that. So, but
all right. How about we go to another commercial and then we'll come back and see what we have in store?
Oh.
Maybe another guest is here.
When someone is choking, brain damage can occur after just 4 minutes. Did you know every 5 days a child dies because of a choking accident?
My name is Art Lee. I invented LifeVac to protect my family. LifeVac is an easy-to-use suction device with a special one-way valve to help save a choking victim.
I care for my dad, who's prone to choking. Having LifeVac in my home gives me peace of mind.
Protect your family. Buy LifeVac now.
Thank you, Dad.
Call 1-877-LifeVac or visit lifevac.net.
Are we back?
We are back.
The bathroom is so close. I just had to pee. Hey, there he is. There is representing here. Chris, can you turn your phone sideways? Did he ask you to do that already? Can you hear me? Chris?
No.
He can't hear us. Oh, can you unmute? You can't hear us. So how is he going to unmute if he can't hear me, right?
Let me come out and come back in.
Oh, there he is.
Now we can hear him. Yep.
All right. That was quick.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
No? Nothing?
I'll come out and come back in.
Yes, sorry. So this is Chris from WNY Heroes New York. They are an organization up in the Buffalo area that we were supposed to go up. We were talking about going up last year and doing a live show. Well, obviously that didn't happen this year. What we're going to be doing, we did an online show the other day. We had a ball. The Lions Club of Melville. Chris?
Yep.
You hear me?
Hear you now.
All right, buddy. Now, can you turn your phone? Are you on your cell phone?
I am.
Can you turn it sideways? Let's see if that's. Oh, look at that! Even better.
Oh, gorgeous. You look
gorgeous. So I was just saying, Chris, we did the comedy show the other night. We're going to raise some money, hopefully, for the Melville Lions Club of Long Island, and they agreed to let us also have WNY Heroes New York on, to benefit from the show. I was a little worried because Chris was watching the show. He was in the audience and he disappeared in the middle of the show. And Bobby thought you got insulted by somebody's joke. Peaches Rodriguez was on, and she did about 13 minutes. And if she didn't use the word titty, it would have been like a 3-minute set. So I thought that might have insulted Chris. Peach is talking about her titties a lot. But supposedly that wasn't the problem. So I'm glad you didn't get insulted on the show. Did you enjoy it?
I did. You could talk about those all day long. As a matter of fact, that would keep me on even longer. But it was that was not the reason why at all.
All right. So Bobby, I know Bobby's listening, our engineer back there, and so Bobby is happy now, as I am. So tell us a little bit about Chris, about who you are, where you come from, and how you started this organization.
So myself serving in the military, served in Bosnia, served in Iraq, 03 to 04, and more importantly, served at Ground Zero during the whole recovery and the cleanup from September. I think we were down there at midnight, the night of September 11th, straight through till December 1st. And I know the first couple of weeks they put us up there at the Jacob Javits Center, where we were all staying. But after coming back home from Iraq, dealing with my own injuries in and out of the hospital, in and out of the Polytrauma Brain Center in Richmond, Virginia. Long story short, I lost everything, what you call the American dream, right? I owned my own house. I was married, kids, 4-bedroom house and a swimming pool and 2 cars, and lost it all because after coming back home, in and out of the hospital, the banks didn't want to hear it. They still wanted their mortgage payments. The utility company still wanted their monthly payments, and I couldn't afford it. So we lost it all, I think, within a year, maybe a year and a half to coming home, and went from all that literally to a 2-bedroom apartment with the 4 of us. And it just began to roll from there. My anger built, and my kids, who you can run and jump and put the golf club through the window for the 3rd time, it's okay, I'll fix it, to you can't run and jump and scream because now I have a landlord to answer to. And I just started, I started focusing my anger in the media and the radio, and Reader's Digest came and did a story, and it blossomed from there. And then realizing when I was at the Polytrauma Brain Center in Richmond that after talking to other veterans, I'm not the only one it's happened to. It happens to so many veterans in our country, and not everyone is aware of that. So I wanted to do something where, we can help veterans and not have to go through that. I didn't want to be a wounded warrior, right? We all know about Wounded Warrior, and they're national, and I didn't want to take it to a national level. I just wanted something grassroots and help veterans in West. Came about, Western New York Heroes, when this woman had reached out and said, hey, how about we go and meet at this coffee shop and talk about what we can do? I said, sure, I have nothing else to lose. I already lost it all. And Western New York Heroes started in 2007, and it's gone from there. And, here we are now, 2021, and it is so big. I never expected it to get this big. I don't do it for the money. Trust me, I don't get paid a lot of money to do it. My staff doesn't get paid. I think if anybody who's in the nonprofit world knows that if you're in the nonprofit world, it's not to get rich, right? No one is getting rich out of the nonprofit world.
Well, what I find interesting, I always tell the stories, when I started Laughter Saves Lives, you go, just like you did, I want to do something good. I want to give back. Hey, IRS, I want to start this. Well, the fee is whatever it is, $750. Hey, Mr. Lawyer, can you help me out? Yeah, $22,000. I'll help you. So if my wife knew the amount of money I laid out up front to start the foundation, I would be in big trouble.
Well, now she does, because you just.
No, she doesn't watch. I'm away. She's so happy I'm not home. She's not watching this. She's watching another Dateline, which is another issue, because every time something happens where somebody's late, like for 2 minutes now, I'm like, I'm Datelined out. WNY Heroes New York. That's HEROES.org. Correct, Chris?
Yep. WNYHeroes.org is the website. People can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Believe it or not, we're on TikTok and YouTube. So we're pretty easy to find.
I have to say, first of all, thank you for your service, Chris.
Thank you.
I mean,
thank you.
My husband and I, we are huge supporters of the military. My dad was a Marine. I come from a military family. My father-in-law was a New York City police detective. We're behind everybody 100%. Thank you so much. I cannot understand why in this country we do not take care of our veterans. I got involved with a group that they were part of Wounded Warriors also, but to make a very long story short, it was to teach veterans transcendental meditation, because even if you don't come home with physical disabilities, you come home with a lot of you have seen emotional scars. And what do? They go to the VA, you give them pills. A lot of people cope, they drink, etc. And the meditation had helped a lot of veterans. So I want to put that out there. It was the David Lynch Foundation is one of the organizations that does the transcendental meditation. But I don't understand this country. We ship money to all kinds of places. Some places I don't think we personally should be shipping money to. But my point is, we should first. I am America first. As bad as that sounds, we need to take care of our people here first. And when you're sending somebody out, whether they're actually going into combat or whether they're going to support, that should be the priority. And there's plenty of money to go around. And so I think that's grace.
Ellen, beautifully said. Yeah. And that's why I have you as a co-host. You see how beautifully she said that? If it wasn't for her tonight, I'd be sitting here going, hey, Chris, you do some good stuff.
I couldn't have said it any better, though. I'm a true believer in that, Ellen, 100%.
And you know what? You let us know. Put it out there. I want to get your information. You know, people like John are the angels. You know, they deliver the messages. And comics, for the most part, the ones, especially ones on Long Island, are always up and willing and able to do a fundraiser, a show. And not about us. It's about you. And also it brings a lot of awareness too to what's going on.
We did this online, Ellen. We did this online show the other day. We recorded that Chris is going to sell online.
Great.
I think we sell the tickets for $15. We said, Chris.
15, yeah.
$15.
Okay, that's 2 Starbucks coffees, by the way.
Right. Peaches, Peter Bales, Rich Walker, Jim Delakis, and myself. It was a guest spot, this girl Kale. But I am going to say next year, we want to come up to the Buffalo area. We want to do a live show. We want to do it in a theater. And I'm sure we can drag Ellen along with us. I'm sure she would come.
Yeah.
Yes, because I'd love to spend 8 hours in the car with John. I think that
There's
would
nothing better than singing 70s tunes and the beat. Here's something that I noticed in Sirius Radio. Let me just add this. Okay, I love the Beatles channel. Love the Beatles channel. Ellen, if you've seen some of my videos on Facebook, sometimes I just start singing. I play it. Every 9 out of 10 songs on the Beatles channel, you go, hey, shake it up. You know the words, right? Switch to the Elvis channel. You hear nothing popular. It's like, oh, here's Elvis when he was sitting on the front steps of Great Lane eating ice cream cone. Hey, baby, how you doing? Chocolate. You know, nothing is his popular songs. Makes me nuts. So anyway, I digress. Do you want to, what did you do? We have a few minutes. Tell us what you did the other day. And you do this regularly with the food trucks the other day. What was going on?
Yeah, so New York State Veteran Services in Albany asked us last May if we would consider spearheading this food initiative to feed veterans across Western New York. Lynn, my program director, and I kind of looked at each other like, well, it's really a no-brainer. We're 100% on board. The hardest part was, how are we going to make it all happen? You know, like everything else with the organization, right? If you want it bad enough, you're going to make it happen. So we've been feeding veterans across Western New York since May of last year. We feed 900 families every Saturday, 900 veteran families that come through. Basically, USDA shows up, drops $50,000 worth of food at our office, and we dish it out all day on Saturday to over 900 families who come through. So Saturday, when we were doing the show with you, I was trying to squeeze that in with you, as well as, you know, looking out of the corner of my eye, who's pounding on my office door, hey, I need you for this, or waiving this invoice. You need to sign this. It was getting crazy. And then they were getting so backed up. Finally, Lynn looked in the office and was like, I need you now. So.
All right. Well, tell Lynn we forgive her because she's awesome. I've talked to her a few times. So we're going to send, I told you, we're going to send you some money. I just like for my followers to say, when I'm sending money, you're going to send $500, we bought this. So we're going to talk to Lynn or yourself and figure out something we can buy for you guys, whether it's a half a truck of food, I don't know, and we'll send you a check. We'll definitely do this online show. We're going to send you the flyer and the link and all of that. We'll set it all up for you. All you got to do is get the word out to your followers.
Absolutely.
It's a great show. We got to do your intro yet. We got to record that, right? Because you took off. We were going to do that after the show. And next year, find a theater. See if somebody will donate the theater to save us some money. And we will come up and do a hero show. We'll bring Ellen. We'll bring a cop, a comic. We'll bring a fireman. We'll have a ball.
Yeah, and then you know what? That goes the same way. So I know you made mention about your gala.
Yes.
So if you do that, let Lynn and I know. We're always looking for a reason to get out of Western New York and travel. So
awesome.
We'd love to come down and be a part of it.
I am telling you right now, and do not change your mind. If you are going to come down, you will be one of our honored guests. Without a doubt. We honor somebody every year. You will definitely be one of our honored guests. Butch, make a note of that. He can't get out of it. He said he wants to come. And here's what you get for being an honored guest. Nothing. Last
That's
year,
good. That's good.
I'm just writing this down. He has to come. He'll be honored, but gets nothing.
Nothing. He gets making up. No, here's what you get. You get free food, and the food is we don't spend a lot of money on food. So it's maybe some pasta, Pat Marone's meatballs, good. You get that. You get to come on stage and speak a little bit, and then you get to sit there and laugh for an hour and a half. That's what you get. There's no plaque.
Sounds good.
Don't expect a plaque. You're not getting a plaque. Nothing like that, Chris. I'm sorry.
A t-shirt? You can't spit for a t-shirt? Give the man a t-shirt, for God's sakes.
We will give you one of the t-shirts. Definitely you'll get a t-shirt.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want me coming there topless. I'll go to jail.
Let me just write that down also. Topless.
Topless. You got all that, Butch?
I got everything.
All right. Well, see, at least we didn't know he didn't disappear and get insulted from the show. So WNY Heroes, that's HEROES.org. And I always spell heroes out because there's a funny story. After 9/11, one of my guys, Joe Napoli, got a tattoo. And it said, "Never forget our heroes." And they spelt it like the sandwich.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
He was so proud. He's like, "Oh my God." And then he looks at him and goes, "Hey, Joe, you know they spell heroes wrong." What are you talking about? Joe, they spell heroes wrong. You got to go back in and get it removed. Oh, hysterical. Buddy, it's so nice having you on. It was so nice meeting you. We are honored.
Yeah, likewise. Thank you for having us.
Oh, what a pleasure. Thank you. What a privilege. God bless you, Chris, and your family.
Thank you for everything you do.
I hope to meet you.
Thank you, buddy. Let's go to commercial, and we'll be back.
Jack, put your phone away. We're having dinner.
Hey, guys.
Hi, how you doing?
What can I get you?
You guys want appetizers?
For some reason, I just got a craving for smoked meat.
Will you order something already? The menu hasn't changed. You looked at it 3 times.
I don't know what I want yet.
I wanted chicken, but I think it's blackened, so I'll have a burger.
How'd you like that cook?
Medium.
Do you have any specials?
Specials? Boss, what are specials?
What's the matter? You don't know the specials?
Look at this smoke.
What smoke?
We gotta get these dumps clean.
Nah, they're fine.
You know what? We're just gonna take our order to go, okay?
In business since 2003, MCN Duct Cleaning is the result of many years of research and continuing education. Realizing the need to provide a safer and cleaner environment for families on Long Island, MCN services both residential and commercial properties by cleaning dryer vents, fireplaces, HVAC systems, and so much more. This not only improves air quality, but it could also reduce your energy bills by making things run more efficiently. So, if you want to make your house or business safer and cut down on your bills in the process, give our friend Matt over at MCN a call now.
Is that steak well done?
Maybe call a little bit sooner than these guys did.
You know, I should have more commercial work. Don't you think, Ellen? From just
Oh my God, I've never seen that. That is so.
And
is so funny.
We did not film. We did not make a copy of the outtakes because that would have been so funny. Here is Steve. Hello, Steve.
Hey, am I like? It seems like I'm a little blurry. Is that?
You're a little blurry and a little like choppy, but we can make it work. I think. We both have the same middle name. I'm John Rocco Larocchia. You're Steve Rocco Parrillo.
Oh, very good. Yes.
This is the COVID treatment from my hotel room. The remote is in plastic. I feel safe. Ellen?
I hope that after this cockamamie thing is over, that some of these protocols will remain in place, like the cleaning of the remote, which, as we know, is germ warfare in and of itself.
Yeah.
So,
Steve, how are you, my buddy, my friend?
I'm doing okay. Can't complain. I'm a little upset that my internet's not really working that well, but as long as you guys can hear me, that's more important. Can you guys hear me okay?
We can hear you, and we see your movements in a little choppy, but we see them.
It's more important that you can hear me. That's the important thing. I'm not exactly an energetic person, so it's pretty much just going to be me like this anyway. So it doesn't really matter.
Well, you are on, Steve, to close the show with a ha-ha, with a funny. Now.
Oh, I have to be funny? Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to be. Oh, God.
Yes, that's the main reason you're here. You're not here for your bubbly personality, obviously.
Oh, okay. Sure. So you want me to, like, do my act? Is that what
No,
you want me to do?
no. I want you to do what you're comfortable with. But as a host, Ellen and I, we can lead you into a comedy bit. That's what hosts do, right, Ellen?
So, Steve, why don't you just kind of tell us, how the whole COVID situation has gone for you the last year? Anything change in your life at all?
No, actually, with a mask, I've actually benefited on the online dating sites. I gotta say, I'm only eyes. So when they just see this, I'm like, oh, I'm in.
You're single. So how is it dating during this period? I mean, John and I are married, so we don't have to. That's the one thing we don't have to worry about.
Well, I'm talking to a girl. I'm dating a girl right now, and she's very sweet. We met online,
right?
And the online dating sites for me is never a really good thing because as the guys, we're the ones that are supposed to send out like the first message, like, hey, how are you? Like, nice to meet you, I'm Steve. And I don't know about you guys at home, but they always get back to me with that same cliche thing. This user has blocked you. So it's very difficult for me. There was one time where a girl messaged me first. Nice. And like I was like, oh my God, this has never happened. I'm so excited. But there's gotta be a catch. Like, I don't care what what a woman looks like. All women are beautiful in my opinion. But this girl who messaged me was 3.5 feet tall. And I gave her the benefit of the doubt. This is a true story. I gave her the benefit of the doubt. We started talking, but at the end we didn't see eye to eye. See what I did there? Yeah.
I thought you were going to say something like, all women are beautiful in my eyes, but this ugly girl contacted me. I was going to say, no. That's very nice, Steve.
And the funny thing is, this girl who messaged me, I told my friend about it. And my friend was like, I'm friends with a little person. Her name's Samantha. I'm like, oh, holy Well, I'm like, oh my God, is this her? And she's like, yeah, that's Samantha. I'm like, wow, small world.
That's not right.
Wait, Steve, are you? I feel like you're a shortist. You're
I'm not a shortist. Listen,
you're a shortist.
There was a girl who I was dating for a little bit from the website. She was a double amputee, both legs, right below the knee, both legs. And this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't care about what a woman looks like, because all women are beautiful. I dated girls that were all legs. I dated girls that had no legs. I dated girls with 3 legs. All types of women. Yeah.
Isn't that called a man? Wait, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's the joke.
I'm sitting here going, where is this going with the double amputee? Please, Steve, bring this to a nice place.
No, I would. I'll be PG.
Veteran on.
I'll be PG-13. But that is a true story. I dated a girl that was a double amputee.
Steve, can I ask? Are you ready to get married? I mean, is this like? Are you ready? I'm assuming you've never been. Have you ever been married before? I'm making the assumption.
No, but I would love to get married, because isn't that the ultimate goal? Like, in fact, that's why I wanted to. Like, I don't know if you know this about me, Ellen. I used to weigh 250 pounds, and I lost all this weight. One of the main reasons because I really wanted to meet someone, form a bond, like a real relationship, so I can eventually get married, so I can let myself go and get fat again. Because that's the American dream, right?
I didn't let that happen to me. You see how I keep in. My other instructor said, "Oh, how many hours a day do you work out?" And I said, "First, take a look again. Let's talk minutes. Let's talk how many minutes I work out."
Right.
We're not.
Well, I did gain weight back from the lockdowns and everything. I used to go to the gym a lot. I went from 250 to 170. Now I'm back up to like 195, like around there. So I'm not too happy of that. Like, and like I was trying to like go on walk, because I was really hesitant about going back to the gyms.
Right. Me too.
Yeah. In fact, like when I weighed 250 pounds, I joined the gym at 250, and I didn't realize how unhealthy I was until I joined the gym, because the next day the bank called me and they thought someone stole my credit card. That's how unhealthy. You know how he was going through my credit history, and it was like Taco Bell, yeah, Burger King, yeah. Whoa, that's what does that say? LA Fitness membership. That's a red flag. Get Mr. Parrillo on the phone.
Ellen, have you went to the gym a lot, right? Or yoga or what?
Dance studio every day.
You're not back.
I do online at home. I will not work out with a mask on. Like, that's not happening. I can't. Yeah. I can't even. I mean, listen, if you can do it, that's great. But for me too, I live in the city. I walked around a lot. Even though I work out every day, I definitely feel very lethargic. I mean, there's no question about it. That it's all affecting all of us.
We have to wrap it up, Steve. Do you want to close with a big yuck?
Yeah, sure. Let's do this. You were obviously talking about the pandemic, and you just mentioned the masks. I ran to the stores quick to get masks, but they didn't let me in the store because they didn't have a mask. So now I'm waiting outside the Rite Aid, waiting for someone who has a mask to to walk in. I'm just like, hey, if I give you $20, can you run in and get masks for me? I'm 33 years old and I'm playing Hey Mister again. Like, it used to be Colt 45, now it's N95. What's going on here?
And you know what N95 stands for? It's the amount of particulates that it filters out, right? Well, I opened up a brand new one today that I ordered, a whole bunch of them, and it has a big hole down the middle, and I didn't notice it's an N25. It's 95, so I ordered the wrong thing. Steve, thank you so much for taking the time, Steve Rocco Parrillo, to close out our buddy.
Yeah, I'm sorry again that my connection's a little laggy, but as long as you guys heard me, that's all.
We heard you perfectly. It's always a pleasure. I miss you, buddy, and hope to see you soon.
I loved working with you, Steve. I hope to do it again.
Let's thank our guests tonight, Michael Barasch and Chris. Forget Chris's last name from WNY Heroes. Let's thank our producer back there, Butch.
Chris Kreiger. Chris Kreiger
and Butch Seltzer for coming on as a producer that no other show ever sees their producer on screen. Butch has been on screen 32 times in the last 4 months.
You got what's his face from Regis. Oh my God.
Gelman.
See, Gelman comes on. Thank you, Ellen.
We have to go before Bobby cans our show. Ellen, I love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ellen.
For having me. Oh my gosh, thank you guys. Ellen Karis at Greek Chick Comic, Twitter and Instagram.
Yes.
Follow me.
Good night, everybody. Good night. Love you. Wear a mask.
Thank you.
I'm going to bed. I'm so tired. So tired. I've been up so early. I got my mask on. I'm done.
Leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. Who's chasing the beer? That circle the lips, play ball. Play ball. Roll up the bases and smack it right over the wall. Play ball. Play ball.